Yeah, you know what time it is? Skol Gang, 365, let's go! Hosted by D-Roy, we run this town. Money at police vibe, ain't no backing down. Step in the zone where the energy's live. Skol Gang representing, we ready to thrive. With Colin by my side, we dropping the facts. No cap in our game, you know we never relax. From the north to the south, we spreading the word. Viking news, rumors, everything heard. Got the purple pride, yeah we wear it bold. In the rap game, man, we breaking the mold. Fuck the Bears, fuck the Lions, fuck the Packers too, we keep on rising. Skol Gang is here, yeah we staying true. Get all your Viking news and rumors here first. Crew. Streets of Minneapolis, we making it clear. D-Roy.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Skol Gang 365 on a nice, lovely Wednesday night. How's everyone doing? It's been an interesting week. Interestingly enough, Rob B, the Vikings cap guy, he is able for 2027 help the Vikings move on from Will Fries. And the Vikings would be able to save $21 million and it'd be like zero for a cap hit. I mean, talk about good things right there. How's it going, Yoli? Talk about good things with the situation right now with the cap, moving forward with the draft. All the Vikings need to do if we move on from Will Fries is draft his replacement, or you scour free agency in 2027 and you look for a replacement, a cheaper option than Will Fries. But wow, after seeing that today, man. And I mean, last free agency, with the moves that Kwesi did, overspending for lack of production was the reason why we were in the cap situation at the end of this past season. Is you overpaying for these guys, especially Javon Hargrave, and he didn't produce well on the D-line. How's it going, Richard?
I'm good. Just watching some softball here. Yeah, I was hearing from what's his name? Forno, that we might go after Reader.
DJ Reader?
Yeah.
Next season?
I'm not sure next season. I think maybe this year, I believe.
Maybe.
Would you?
But I have a feeling that we'll go younger.
Yeah.
Add John in. What's up, John?
Hey, John. What's up?
Holy shit, Rooney, is that Richard Tunney?
That's me.
Is that
me.
Richard Tunney?
Yes, sir.
So,
oh my gosh, man, you're like Bigfoot. Chad would actually enjoy having you. He'd enjoy being here right now. It's just like Richard Tunney's like Bigfoot. You heard of him, but you never seen him. It's like exciting, you know.
How's it
So
going?
how have you been, man?
I'm good. Now, John, who do you
Good.
think? Who do you think?
What's up, Darren?
Who do you think we should pick in the draft?
For which round?
Oh, first.
I like that tight end from Oregon.
I know you like that tight end. It's
It's fucking
We have
nice.
Josh Oliver and T.J. Hawkinson. So we get a tight end. I don't know. Well, I would think running back is. Aaron Jones. I don't know.
yeah.
But the thing with running backs is we'd have to move up to get a good running back in the first round, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My
What
thing
about
is
offensive
my
line?
thing is would be either edge because they're looking to move on from Van Ginkel or Gernard, because I keep hearing rumors about they're going to move Gernard, but I don't know how sure they are about moving on from Jonathan Gernard.
I'm hearing the Eagles are
me,
interested in him.
which me honestly, I would keep Gernard around just for the growth and development of Dallas Turner.
Yeah.
So what they realistically what they could do is Flores was talking about how he wanted to draft a defensive player. So realistically, it could be defense, or we could see Vikings draft a tight end, given the situation with Hawkinson and Oliver. Both are getting older.
Yeah.
Which that kid Sadiq from Oregon, man, he fits that mold. He's basically I'd say like a Kyle Pitts type coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
He's athletic. He's strong as hell.
Mm-hmm.
He can block. He's versatile. He can hurdle guys. This guy can play tight end and wide receiver.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up.
It's great to have a tight end, but you need offensive line to protect the quarterback.
But
So,
realistically, guard or right tackle, I think. But right tackle, I think you go after Proctor.
Yeah. I'm high on him.
You go right actor. If you go right tackle at 18, you want to go offensive line, you go Proctor.
Okay.
Unless the Lions snag him first.
Or if you go guard, you got to go get that guy from Penn State.
Because at the end of the day, we could shit on JJ McCarthy all we want, but that offensive line just looks
right.
Pass protection just looks horrible.
Yeah,
it looks horrible. Sam Darnold would have stayed. He would have got hurt.
But
he would have got hurt.
But you look at that offensive line production. Most of the last season, those guys could not stay healthy. They could not be on the field together.
Yep.
Yeah, Christian
that
Darrisaw.
Was the biggest problem.
Christian Darrisaw, I think he came back too soon. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
The thing that needs to happen this year is we need to see everybody healthy together, playing together. Last season is like one week one guy gets hurt, next week another guy gets hurt, and they just swap.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We only had like maybe 2 or 3 games where the offensive line was healthy all at one time, and
exactly, John. Yep.
You can't have production when they're not all together.
Yeah.
Especially giving some of these, especially with some of these backups that they're throwing in there. Like a lot of these guys are just not used to like being in a big moment like that, being in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, the one guy I do not want to see anymore this season is Max Brosmer.
Oh.
He just needs to stay on the practice squad.
Okay.
He's only good for preseason. He's only good for preseason.
Yeah.
But I will say,
in his defense, his first game starting was against the Seattle Seahawks.
But they teach you you're going down for the sack. Like if you know you can't throw the ball away, just fucking take the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him throwing that ball is just like.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that was a horrible game. We got shut out, and then the next week we shut out the Commanders. I was like, that's when we started our winning streak. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
what the fuck, man? It's like,
Yeah. Why couldn't we do that before the Commander game?
nah.
But some interesting news for 2027. Rob B, our the Vikings cap guy. Right here, if necessary, the Vikings can easily get out of guard Will Fry's contract in 2027. Minnesota releases Fry's in 2027. They will free up $21 million in cap space and be left with zero dead cap from his contract.
I'm thinking that we're probably going to draft maybe not one lineman, maybe two.
I mean, this is a good this is good because I mean, like I was saying before you guys jumped in, like last free agency with Kwesi, like oversigning these guys and not getting the production really hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like Hargrave, I'm like, this guy's like old as fuck, and I'm like, why are we giving him all this money? And then
yeah.
So do you guys think if Kevin O'Connell doesn't produce this year, do you think he'll be on the chopping block? Do you think he'll be gone?
I think he'll definitely be in the hot seat.
Yeah, definitely in the hot seat. Yeah,
definitely in the hot seat. But I mean, there is a reason why they signed Flores and brought him back. And I said this the last show is I definitely think it could be a setup for a possibility of Flores. Like I was telling Colin last week, Flores could possibly come in and take over the job since he got offered this money to stay in Minnesota to be a DC. This opens up the opportunity for him to be a head coach with all these other teams saying, no, you got that lawsuit. We don't want you.
Right. What's up, Colin?
What's up, Colin?
What's going on?
Good.
These guys are saying we should get a tight end in the first round of the draft.
Tight end,
well,
offensive lineman.
If he's there, I would take the tight end. Yeah.
I don't think a tight end is where we should go, but I think with O'Connell running the team and having the offensive, I mean, my thinking with it is this, because you still have Hawkinson and you still have Oliver. Why would you take a third tight end with your first round pick? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless you're planning on trading Hawkinson, but I mean, he already restructured, so I think you're going to have him for one more year for sure. And who's to say that there's not going to be a good tight end in the next draft? I mean, I'm not against them taking a tight end in this draft, but I don't think the first round.
The first round? Yeah.
No. Because there's some other tight ends that are out there. I think Oscar Delp from Georgia. I like Tanner Koziel from.
What's up, Big Drew?
I like Tanner Koziel from Houston. So I think there's a lot.
I think you said it. I think you said it, Colin, that we should go for depth on the line, and I agree.
I mean, Peter Woods to me is the pick. Peter Woods the pick.
I think last time you were talking, you said that you think that we should probably go for defensive line.
Yes.
Edge rusher, and you said offensive line, correct?
Yeah, correct. I mean, they definitely, if they don't come out of this draft with a center in the first 2 days, that could be a problem. I mean, I think I think part of the issue is you're going to have a run on centers because Chicago, Dahlman retired, so they're going to be I still think Detroit's not totally sold on their center. I think Green Bay without Jenkins is sold. So I mean, there's going to be some demand at center. I'm not saying you go in the first round, but I definitely think you got to come out of this draft with a center. And I think that's why you see it. I've seen some guys who played tackle or guard in college that are like, oh yeah, I can play center too. Like Trey Zune is one from Texas A&M. I know Brian Parker from Duke has said it because of Graham Martin doing that with Tampa. But they need to come out of this draft the center. I mean, Jake Slaughter to me would be a good one in the 4th or 5th round.
Fourth. Okay. I like Slaughter.
I like Slaughter a lot. I like. I feel like Parker Brailsford's stock is going down for whatever reason, but I mean that guy. That's the only position he's played is center. So
isn't he on a little bit on the small side?
He is, but he's played in the SEC. He's played big guys, and he's been an All-American 2 or 3 times. So I get that he's on the smaller side, but I mean, you could put a little bulk on him. He's not. I mean, I know everybody's kind of gun shy with Bradbury being the smaller one and being whatever he is, but I mean, I think Bradbury's ineffectiveness had to deal with the rest of the offensive line being the rest of the interior not being set as well. I think Donovan Jackson's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that pick.
I mean, a tackle would be fine too.
You brought up Bradbury. I mean, he was good when it came to run.
He's terrible with the pass, though. I mean,
yeah. He was.
We got our quarterback killed. I mean, Kyler's going to move around, so that's going to help. But ideally, in the playoffs, you want to have a team that can run the ball. Like the teams that can run the ball in the playoffs are the ones that win.
And play good defense too. Defense too.
You got to win in the trenches. I mean, when it gets cold and you can't throw the ball over the place, you got to be able to run it. So I see that. I see them wanting. I would maybe get an interior guard. I would get a tackle. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to get all of these things, but you definitely got to tackle. You got to get at least one tackle, offensive tackle.
I'm hoping Proctor slides to us.
I mean, okay. Here's a better question because I think every mock draft seems to have us taking Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon.
Yeah, take me out of Oregon.
I'm not as big on Thieneman as some people are. I'm bigger on Emmanuel McNeil-Warren out of Toledo.
Yeah.
I'm a lot bigger on him because he's a lot more versatile. I mean, Thieneman is like Harrison Smith. So, but I also think that I feel like they're kind of toggling whether or not Harrison Smith's going to come back.
Yeah, I don't think he made a decision yet, did he?
I don't think he's totally committed to quitting.
Yeah,
I think he's scouring the situation to see like what happens.
I mean, you want to have a progression plan in place, but on the same token, I think part of the apprehension with them at safety and with Harrison, I think them moving on from Cam Bynum, number one. I don't know if that was a move. I mean, Theo Jackson didn't work out quite as well as they were hoping it would. I think they had hopes for him going in and just kind of being the guy, and then letting Metellus be kind of like the Weapon X wandering around. But he got banged up too. So, but I think Flores has a way of getting the most out of people. I've been watching a lot of this tape on Pierre Desir, the cornerback that they got from Pittsburgh. And I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's like shut down number one corner, but I was talking on the other show about how I don't necessarily think you need a number one shutdown corner. I feel like if you have situational corners that can do their job and can fill their gaps, that's what you need more so than just one Sauce Gardner or one Deion Sanders or Darrell Reed. I think the shutdown corner is a very overused and overrated term now. Because, I mean, what happens when they just start throwing to them? Like a lot of the times, the definition of a shutdown corner is they just don't even throw to their side of the field.
Exactly.
As much as they throw in the NFL now, you can just move the coverages away from that corner. Right. I would rather, again, have a more versatile.
You just need a cornerback that can play whatever defense they have going, that they can play that. They can fit that position, either be a zone
or just a big corner. Like, just get a big corner.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like, get a big, fast corner. Like, I don't even necessarily need you to reinvent the wheel. Like, just be big and strong and be able to cover a big guy. Like, it can get down the field. I mean, obviously, you got a guy like Metcalf who's a blazer, but he drops the ball. I mean, half of it is just pushing them around and getting them off their route. That's the thing with wide receivers. If you can jam them on the line good, that kind of gets them out of there. I mean, I noticed I saw a lot with Jefferson last year, but I think part of that was in light of the fact that McCarthy couldn't throw the ball. But,
well, I mean, even then, like the games he went up against, what's that guy's name? Xavier or Jair Alexander. Jair Alexander was really physical with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, if you can be physical with a guy, yeah,
that's where all of his success. Even Randy Moss early in his career, when DBs were physical with him, he had a hard time. But once he learned how to get physical back, and it's like, hey, I have to create my own separation from these DBs. So he would do that. So
yeah, I mean, create your own space, but also create a narrative of how you can get around coverages by moving people in motion. I mean, this is on O'Connell too. I mean, getting the run game going, I think that has been his Achilles heel, is getting the run game going and not sticking with it. Yeah. Why do you go and get Jordan Mason? I mean, your biggest problem 2 years ago was that you couldn't run the ball like in short gaps. Well, you're not even attempting to try and run it short gaps. Or you're trying to run like trick plays, like run these plays that I mean they're boring. Sure, they might be boring, but they are effective in going 3-4 yards. I mean, that's really all you're looking for.
I was gonna leave the door unlocked.
Yeah,
that's good.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Just run plays that can get 3 or 4 yards. It's fine.
Right.
I do think we need to draft a running back, though. We got to have. Again, I was so disappointed when I get that we got Aaron Jones for less money, but I was so disappointed too. I get that he's a good locker room guy, but man, I mean,
but I think also it's also
Jordan Mason when you do that.
Also, I think he's good in the locker room too, Aaron Jones.
No, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, he's good in the locker room, but I mean, you can have other guys be good in the locker room. Like, I mean, that's great that you're good in the locker room. That's great that you're a good guy in the community. But I want somebody who's good on the field, so and can stay healthy. And I mean, Jones has had his moments, but he's nearing the end of his career. So
yeah, true.
Getting a running back. We should have done it last year, but we didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
We got a chance this year. I mean, I love Mike Washington out of Arkansas. I feel like that guy is a monster in the making. I think everybody wants Emmett Johnson because he's from Minneapolis.
I wouldn't be mad if we got Johnson.
I'd take him in the 3rd round.
Would you take him or would you take Mike Washington, though, is the question? Because I would lean Washington.
I don't know. It's kind of like this.
Yeah. I'm a Singleton guy, though. I don't know. Something about him.
Singleton had a problem with catching the ball in the backfield, though.
What about Price?
I don't know. Because, like, Price to me, like, was that a product of Jeremiah Love, or was he creating his own thing? Like, I don't know. I'm not against it, but to me Washington is that's the running back I would want, because he creates his own thing. Like, that's the biggest thing that I've seen the Vikings kind of whiff on or not even attempt, is to get guys on teams where they're the central character that you need to be defending. And if you're not, how can you do when you're not? I mean, and they're not, honestly, if they were to take a guy, they're not going to be expecting him to be this guy that steps in and takes the job. Like, you still have Jones and you still have Mason. Like, you play a role for now. I mean, I remember when we drafted Peterson, we already had Chester Taylor, and Taylor had a 1,000-yard rushing season. So I don't think there's any disadvantage of taking a younger player, even if you make him like a kickoff returner or something like that.
Remember, Adrian Peterson's his first play as an official NFL player was a kickoff return against the Dolphins.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
exactly. So whatever it takes to put the talent on the field, that's what I would be looking at. I hope to God we don't take a wide receiver early.
Oh, geez.
Hey, so
would not put it past me, but
how do you guys feel about Naylor? About them letting him go, letting Naylor walk?
Yeah, I was a little sad.
I hated it because now Addison is definitely the more talented wide receiver, but he's going to ask for way more money than Naylor. I think you could have gotten Naylor. I mean, if you signed, I mean, what did he sign for? Like 12 million a year, something like that.
Right.
I mean, what's Addison going to sign for? 20 million? I mean,
Maybe.
and not only that, but he's younger, and you could have gotten a pick for him. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think you need to be, especially with what you've got going on in the quarterback room and maybe the uncertainty of what you're going to do with McCarthy. I think you need to have as many ducks in a row for next year's draft.
Okay.
When it comes to quarterbacks, so there's going to be a lot of them out there. There is one quarterback in this draft that I find very, very interesting, and the more I watch on him, and he's Mike Washington's quarterback, Taylor Green.
Oh, okay. Okay. Check him out.
I'm becoming a bigger fan of him because, if anything, you could use this guy as like kind of a gimmicky guy until he starts developing as an actual player, because he's quite an athlete. That guy can move around big time. So, I mean, okay, so let's just go around the room. Let's just say, I mean, honestly, I think if it were up to the Vikings, I think they're going to take the tight end out of Oregon if they stay at 18.
Okay.
I think they will probably trade down, but if you were the GM and you had the pick at 18, who would you take? And I'll start with Darren and go to Honey and Stully and then me.
Okay.
So go ahead, Darren. No trading. You have 18.
No trades. Okay.
No trades. 18.
If I stay at 18, and if that guard from Penn State's there,
okay,
I'll either take him or I'll take that tight end out of Oregon.
Okay.
I can't answer the question because I don't watch college football, so I have no idea. So I can't answer.
Okay, that's okay, Sully. Now, Darren, do you think it would be tough for the organization to justify taking a guard 2 years in a row in the first round?
Hey, I mean, in my opinion, he'd be an upgrade over Fries.
But you paid Fries a lot of money, though, and I mean,
yeah, but we also can come out of his contract next season.
Yeah,
and we'll get $21 million.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I feel like Fries. I feel like he's kind of an incomplete. Mainly, and I'll give you my reason why. Because Darrisaw and O'Neal were both banged up.
Right.
You didn't see these guys all together as an offense, and not only that, Ryan Kelly didn't play really at all.
Yeah.
No. So you had no consistency, and you didn't have the original lineup that you intended on having.
Now, did our original lineup play together?
I don't know if they played.
I don't think they did.
I think they played like 2 or 3 games.
Okay.
As a whole.
All of them, though? Like even Kelly?
Maybe Kelly. I'm not sure on that.
I'm not totally sure. If they did, it couldn't have been more than 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of money on Kelly and Fries. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying about the guard. I don't know if he's going to go because I think he might be gone just because I think teams are finally waking up and being like, yeah, we should probably draft offensive linemen a little earlier.
Right.
All right, Tony, what do you got?
I like Proctor. If he's there, run up to the podium.
Yeah, I wouldn't be totally against that. I mean, I think the pushback would be, well, you got. I mean, at least the Viking fans that maybe don't get it would be like, oh, but you got O'Neal. Oh, you got Darrisaw. I'm like, oh, yeah, sort of.
I think you said it. You said about depth on the line, and I agree with you totally.
Yeah, Proctor is definitely there. I do like Fano and Lomu from Utah. They both are really good too.
They'll probably be gone before 18, though.
Yeah, and the kid from Miami too, Francisco Mayorga. I think he's probably going to go too. I'm sticking with Peter Woods though.
Okay, Peter Woods.
I like that.
I mean, the thing that I like about Peter Woods is I know Clemson had a down season and he didn't really put up a ton of numbers, but I think that was predicated on the fact that they had a down season. But I think the thing I like about him is he plays special teams in college.
Oh, okay.
He's the captain of the defense. He's playing special teams.
Okay. I'm seeing that kid Banks in a couple of mock drafts too.
He makes me nervous because he's got back issues.
Yeah.
He's got back issues at Florida. He's a monster. I mean, he's a monster. He is a monster.
Like 6'6", about what, 350?
It's like 330, but either way, like he's just a monster. I actually like the kid Daryl Jackson out of Florida State too. He's also like 6'6", like 340. I like him too. I feel like if they were to come out of this draft with 2 defensive tackles, I would not be upset, mainly because you lost Hargrave and you lost Allen. Which I was fine with losing both of them.
Okay.
I was fine. I'm glad that they kind of cut bait on both those guys. I think they tried. Didn't work. And there's a reason why they let those guys go. So, I mean, that's a big thing. So I would, if you draft 2 defensive tackles, how many years have I talked to you guys about wanting a defensive tackle?
Oh, a couple years.
Every time we've talked.
Every draft, it seems like. I mean, last year was Dayon Walker. The year before was Tavondre Sweat. The year before that was Jordan Davis. I'm like, and all of these guys have been effective. And that's what drives me nuts because these are huge tackles.
Yeah, Peter Woods is
effective. I mean, Walker was a starter with Buffalo.
Yep.
And what's his name? Tavondre Sweat just got traded for a guy who was drafted in the first round by the Jets. Like he got traded because of Saleh. So, I mean, he got traded for a first-round pick. And Jordan Davis, I mean, Christ, like, how we blow that one. Like, he could have been the anchor of our defensive line for 10 years. But we had to trade down because we had champagne problems for Lewis crime scene. So, so all those champagne problems got away.
Peter Woods is the number 1 defensive tackle in my magazine.
He's not like overly big, but you don't have to be like overly big.
Yeah.
He is such a disruptor, and he plays the run and the pass the same.
I was watching a couple highlights of him. Yeah, he is a disruptor.
I mean, his figure is like Aaron Donald. Like Aaron Donald wasn't a huge guy. I'm not saying he's going to be that.
He was short. Aaron Donald short.
6'3". He's like 6'3", like 305, but he's very muscular, very thick.
Okay.
And very quick.
Yeah.
Very quick.
I mean, Jalen Redmond, if there was one thing Kwesi did, is there one guy outside of Reichard and I guess Addison that he found? Jalen Redmond was
that was like a geez. Oh, where did he find him?
Just for sheer value and sheer salary, that was his best move. And I hope to God I'm not saying you got to lowball him like they did to Neil Hunter, but I think you need to get him now. You got to get that future one now out of him. You got to sign him now. Like, I think Drake Rodriguez, I think if you draft Peter Woods, and even if you draft another defensive tackle, to me, you've got 3 to 4 guys right there, and there's your core.
Yep.
Because I think
I love Drake Rodriguez too.
Yeah, he showed me something like, and him and Redmond play well together.
Yes, yep.
They play well together. Like if you get another guy, and you can get those 3 guys working, and maybe getting another guy. I mean, even if you get a veteran defensive tackle, I've never understood why they didn't want to get Calais Campbell. He's always
I know that's
why don't they ever want to sign him?
I mean, even though he's old, he's been productive.
He's effective. Like, don't expect him to be an all-pro defensive tackle.
Right.
Like,
I mean, he's huge.
Play.
Yeah. I mean, and
huge and productive. That's what I liked about him.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's older, but man, he's got like moxie. He can teach these kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Too.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. So, yeah, that's where I would be looking.
Okay.
Don't trade away. Here's I think I brought this up maybe on another episode. I would look to move Grenard. But I think the caveat that could get him is if you move him for a lower round pick in this draft, because honestly, the talent level in this draft isn't going to be like it is in 2027. So
Okay.
I would maybe see a couple of years ahead and be like, here, New England, you need a defensive end, you need an edge rusher.
I'm hearing Eagles are interested in Grenard.
I would want to not trade him to a team in the NFC.
I know.
Yeah, he's got to go AFC.
Yeah.
He's got to go AFC, and New England is the team that would make the most sense. New England, because he has his experience with the guy from San Francisco, the coach, D'Amico Ryans. So Ryans has worked with Vrabel before. So whether Vrabel has a job or not, we'll see on that one too. Just doing some in-depth reporting with Diana Rossini. I think that may have got a little bit too much wall-to-wall coverage there. No, I would be like New England here. We'll give you Grenard.
Okay.
Give us a 5th round pick this year, and then give us a 3rd with that could be a conditional 2nd in 2027.
Okay.
I mean, I think if you can get picks in 2 drafts for him, get his salary off the books. I mean, at some point, what are you going to trust Dallas Turner? He had a good second half.
Yeah.
And I think they identified the position that he can play. Like, I think they were messing with him when they tried getting him to play Van Ginkel's spot, because Van Ginkel's spot is totally different than what Grenard's responsibilities were.
Yeah.
And I think he showed. I mean, I going into last season, I thought maybe he was a bust, but second half of the season, he showed me something. Now, granted, they maybe didn't have a whole lot to play for, but you still have to go out there and play. So at some point, you got to pull the cord and rip the Band-Aid off and let him try it on his own. So I think I would move off of Grenard. I mean, I said to trade Addison at the trade deadline last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is going to be another Daniil Hunter. We're going to let him walk, and we're not going to get anything for him thing. So
we already gave him his 5th-year option. So I mean, he's gonna come to us and want to get paid. So I mean,
he is. And I think he can get money elsewhere.
Yeah.
If he didn't get into so much trouble,
yeah,
I would have I'd have a lot more to think about. But the fact that he just can't get out of his own way, do you really justify giving him more?
But I mean, you also look at it.
And you let Naylor walk. Like
the Vikings had experience with players like that at wide receiver, Carter, Moss.
Well, they had issues like that, but they produced on the field.
Right.
They produced way more on the field.
Right.
So I would be looking at moving Addison, but I know they're not going to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to kind of take that out of my head as much as I.
Or what pissed me off is if Viking thing to do is that they go fucking receiver 1st round, dude.
If they go receiver in the 1st round, it's going to be hard for me to root for that team next year.
They're like, what the fuck?
I mean, even if they go tight end, and I mean, Sadiq seems like he could be good, but again, you have 2 tight ends. You're drafting a 3rd tight end in the 1st round. I would justify taking Proctor way more than I could justify taking Sadiq.
Yeah.
Way more. Sadiq reminds me of Vernon Davis a little bit when Vernon Davis first started. Because remember, Vernon ended up being a good tight end at some point, but when they put him out there right away, he was nothing.
Yeah.
He was not good. And I'm not saying that Sadiq couldn't be good, but he just doesn't seem like he fits a mold for the Vikings right now. And they always are a win now team. Get in the tournament. It's the dumbest term ever. When they talk about, you need to get in the tournament. I'm like, this isn't the NCAA basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are you calling it that? It's the dumbest thing. It's the playoffs. It's not the tournament. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
You don't get a participation ribbon for just being in the playoffs. You can't hang that in the banner. Like, we want to go to the Super Bowl. Like, they should want to do that.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like they seem
So,
like
I mean-
they're being competitive.
I mean, the one thing that I always admire about the old Vikings under Bud Grant is they always achieve to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they also had played outside, and I
Yeah,
think
that-
was
that
big
too.
when they moved. When they moved, I mean, I wasn't alive when. I mean, I was
Right.
alive, but I wasn't very cognitive at the time when they
Mhm.
moved. But I think you took away an element of
The game
Winning.
right there.
by going inside. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
A lot
the
of
fans-
people are the purists to say, "Oh, it's not really football if you play inside."
I mean, it's not as big of a thing anymore because pretty much
But
everybody is.
now you got
Now,
it,
yeah,
it
now
seems-
pretty much everybody does it.
it seems like now everybody's going inside now.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
other than like Green Bay, Baltimore,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
And
Maybe
Pittsburgh.
Buffalo, I think, is getting a dome stadium too, aren't they?
Not sure.
I mean, other than Green Bay and Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Green
Well, I
Bay,
mean,
Pittsburgh.
I mean, the MetLife is outside, but I mean, there is outside. But I'm just saying they can
Yeah.
use that. They could always use this as an advantage, and they took it away. But that's,
But I
that's
mean,
not what I've seen in my life.
When
so.
when did they ever use the element of we got a retractable roof?
Mm,
I think they were trying to do that when they were building this one, but
okay.
I mean, they built that stadium kind of on the cheap, so
Yeah,
they're having to replace the paneling every other year. So you know, it's what it is. I mean, we gotta build the team how we can, but unless we plan on being the number one
give
seed every
it
year,
about
to have a team that can play outside in the playoffs.
give it about 3 years. We'll get a new roof upgrade. Hopefully, no roof.
I doubt that, but it's a nice thought.
That roof is just like it's just a weird looking roof.
I went to one game there,
Yeah.
and I went with my buddy from Florida who's a Saints fan. So we were sitting on the Saints side.
Okay.
That sun, when you are on the opposing team's sideline,
Yeah.
that sun has got to be the most annoying thing on earth. And I don't know if it's because of like the glass and how it like shines the light in your face.
Okay.
That is so bad. Like I got a migraine from being there watching the game.
Oh, geez.
I had sunglasses on, but it was brutal.
Mm,
It was brutal. Beautiful stadium.
yeah.
But just brutal
right.
to have to watch it on the other side. Maybe that's what they're trying to do for having their.
Have you ever been to Dolphin Stadium, Colin?
I have.
Yeah. I was
That's
up.
That's weird. That's weird now too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. We were up way up high, and the sun beating on you is brutal.
Yeah, that stadium is weird now too. I used to like it when they had it wide open back in the day, but yeah, I've been to Dolphin Stadium. The Buck Stadium is all right.
Yeah. I could have
That
went there.
Stadium itself is okay, but trying to get in and out of that stadium is I literally will not go to a game ever again at Jacksonville. because the
In
way-
Jacksonville. Okay.
That is so bad.
Yeah.
It is so awful. It's so awful. But yeah, I mean the Vikings need to build a team that can win the playoffs and can go on the road in adverse weather conditions. That's what
yeah.
they need to do. And they need to
Yeah.
do it on the offensive and defensive line. Just keep
Exactly. Depth.
every year
Depth.
the
Depth.
player-
What needs to happen is they need to practice in the elements.
Yes.
So you go
That would be good.
TCO, you go to TCO.
you know you're going to play at Philadelphia in the snow, or if you know you're going to play Green Bay
Exactly.
in November or December, like be ready to play in it. Screw
Mhm.
playing
Not
out.
that indoor practice bullshit when it's fucking blizzard and
Play at
outside.
TCO
No.
Performance Stadium. Play
Exactly.
outside there.
Mhm.
That's fine. I mean, they play all the other high school stuff. Don't they play like the high school tournament there? Don't they play
Yeah.
that
Yep.
there
Okay.
now? So yeah, go and play it there. That's
Okay.
fine. But get some grinders, get some guards, get a center.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to do that. And I would also focus less on quantity on free agency instead of quality.
Yeah.
When the Wilfs first took over, they were doing quality over quantity at first.
Yeah.
Because you saw them go and they'd get one free agent, maybe two.
Mm.
I mean, the last couple of years, it's like, well, we can't draft, so let's just sign 8 free agents.
Mm.
I mean, there's a reason why they're free agents, because the other teams didn't want to re-sign them or they couldn't afford them.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, I get that they have experience, but on the same token, there's a reason why they're not getting re-signed by their other teams. You got to look at it like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would rather that they sign Myles Garrett than
Okay.
sign Allen and
I get what you're
Hargrave.
saying. Yeah. Make one big
Make
splash.
one move. Yes. Make one move. I mean, and I'll give Brzezinski credit. He is really good with his cap knowledge.
Yeah.
But like when you're juggling like 10 contracts, doesn't that make your job harder too?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
It
but we
does.
can push this guy's money into 2028, but we can push this guy's money to 2027. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to do that. Like, have it be one guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of pushback for saying I wanted Myles Garrett because, like, I mean, look at the impact that Micah Parsons had with Green Bay.
Yeah.
That was one guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Myles Garrett would be one guy. If you threw Myles Garrett on the Vikings right now, they would be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Simple as that. Like, you had Myles Garrett on that defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes drafting Peter Woods in the first round, but you'd probably have to trade that first rounder to get him. But
Yeah.
it would be a Super Bowl contender. And
Well, speaking of trades, do you think we do anything like trade like our third round pick and move up or something? No.
don't trade.
Yeah.
You've
I
traded away
agree.
way
Don't.
too many picks over the years.
I mean, we got like what 9 picks?
Yes.
So
I would keep. I mean, I would not mortgage any pick in the next draft for sure.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, if you're going to trade, you got to do like a Grenard trade. Trade somebody that's already on your team and get future capital.
Okay.
That Grenard to me, you got to move him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have re-signed Aaron Jones. I mean, that's $5
Yeah.
million.
That was a kind of a iffy move right there too.
Aaron Jones to me was like signing Marcus Davenport. If you're the
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, we had money. I'm like, well, was it burning a hole in your pocket? Like, you could have signed somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, middle of the season. Like, okay, so all right, you signed Davenport, and then Ragnow retires. Oops, we don't have that money because it was burning a hole in our pockets. We wanted Marcus Davenport. We want to be the 5th team to try and get Marcus Davenport another chance.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have to spend it. Spend it wisely. Like again, going back to when they first started on the team, like Steve Hutchinson, Jared Allen, Antoine Winfield, Pat Williams. These were all cornerstone free agent.
They were all good quality pickups.
Yeah, and they stayed healthy and they were very effective. I mean, even Linval Joseph.
Yeah.
I mean, Linval Joseph for what? I mean, people bagged on that, but I'm like, why? He may have not been the Williams wall, but he was a very effective defensive tackle. He didn't cost a fortune,
No.
but he was very effective.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be afraid to take a huge swing. But use your capital that you have.
Didn't the Giants draft him, Joseph first?
Yeah, no, he was a free agent. I'm saying he was a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent. Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't. The Giants originally drafted him, right?
I believe. So.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I know that they're talking about Dexter Lawrence too.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up too.
I would stay away from him now.
Stay away from him. Okay.
I would now, and I mean, and I honestly, I think you could probably get him for a second rounder.
Okay.
But my biggest issue with him, how much money is he going to ask for, and where's
true.
Salary cap?
True.
I think he's coming off of an ineffective season. I don't necessarily think it was his fault, but if it was going into like last season, I would have been in, mainly because I feel like you could have traded for him at the deadline and traded Grenard. Or you could have traded Jordan Addison. Like you could have traded a player and not have to give up a ton of capital. Plus, you're trading a player that can take a little bit of that salary cap relief that you're going to end up having to pay Dexter Lawrence. So I like Lawrence. I liked him 2 years ago, though.
2 years.
Now
Okay.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
Not for what they're trying to do, but the front office, who knows who's really calling the shots there right now? Like that's a bigger question. And I think a question that needs to be asked too, what is the Vikings' interest in Mike Tomlin after this season?
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to stand pat. I don't think they're going to hire a general manager this year. So
okay.
What do you think the Vikings' interest in getting? I mean, and I do think they need to get a football guy in there. Like,
Mike Tomlin makes
yeah. I was
has
hearing
a history with Minnesota.
I was hearing that guy from ESPN was on our radar too.
Riddick?
What's his name? Louis Riddick.
I mean, I like Riddick, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where they want to go. I feel like Tomlin might be the guy they're looking at.
He's kind of analytical like Kwesi was, but he's more of a player guy though.
He's had for other front office jobs.
Yeah.
So
So he's got the experience.
And he played. So I mean,
and he played too. Yeah.
I wouldn't be adverse to him giving him a shot, but I feel like quietly, I think they're setting that table because him and Flores have a relationship.
Oh, they're showing on ESPN Mel Kiper's mock draft.
Flores had a really good
Mike Washington in the second round. I did see that. They said he said Thieneman at 18 and then Mike Washington at 49.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Mike Washington at 49. I feel like that's a Kuiper pick. I don't think that's a Vikings pick.
Yeah.
I think 49 is kind of high for Washington. I think third round for Washington is a little bit more reasonable. But I think people are starting to value running backs again a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you need to have more than one.
Exactly.
And I hate going back to the Aaron Jones thing, but it just grinds my gears that we re-signed him.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it to cut
I'm still boggled by it. I don't understand why we re-signed him.
I mean, especially with you got Mason. Like, I think Mason is a lot better. I think there are two guys who are criminally underrated on the Vikings are Jordan Mason and Josh Oliver.
And Josh Oliver,
Those two guys do not get used nearly enough.
Well, yeah, Oliver is just a stud at blocking.
But he can catch the ball.
And he can catch the ball. True.
I mean, we're paying TJ Hawkinson as a top 3 tight end in the league. And I hate to be the one to break the news to you. He's not a top 3 tight end in the league right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely is not. He barely cracks the top 10 maybe right now. I mean, he cannot stay healthy. And I think it's maybe not necessarily his fault, mainly because of the instability at quarterback right now. But even when we had Darnold, he wasn't a huge option for Darnold.
Yeah.
Darnold was here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's mismanagement. I don't know if it's KOC. I mean, I know I go on Zoe's show every now and then, Darren, in the zone. I go in there a lot, and they're very anti-KOC. They're very anti-KOC, and I do get their point.
Okay, why are they so against him?
Because he hasn't really. I mean, they talk about how he's a quarterback whisperer. I'm like, is he really a quarterback whisperer for like a young quarterback? That's debatable. And that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know I was in on Aaron Rodgers last year. I think that should have been the move, and you could have had McCarthy have a healthy year sitting behind him.
True.
You screwed up and you killed the kid's confidence, and now you're talking smack about him. Even though he's 22, 23 years old, you're doing the absolute. I mean, this is on O'Connell. You literally are going against what you said the Vikings need to be different in, which is organizations fail young quarterbacks more than young quarterbacks fail organizations. So you're going completely against it now. I don't know if that McCarthy was Kwesi's pick or not. I think that may be more. I mean, I think they wanted Drake May.
Yeah, I think so too.
To be honest, I think they wanted Drake.
They didn't want to pull the. I think we didn't want to pull the trigger, and
well, I don't think New England would want to trade the pick.
Well, I don't think we offered them too. We offered them too little.
I think they said they offered him 3 first rounders, and they said
no. Was it 3? Okay, yeah. I would have. I would have
this year, next year, and the year after.
Okay. So, well, I would have went one more pick. Why not? Right? Why not? Right?
I mean, he kind of folded in the end. I mean,
yeah.
I think May's proving years next year because he literally played the easiest schedule in the NFL last year.
I mean, the offensive line didn't do many favors in the Super Bowl.
No, Will Campbell looked like a rookie. Yeah. So we'll see. I think this will be interesting. I think the way that they use Travion, I think they need to use Travion Henderson way more than Stevenson because Henderson is immensely more talented than Stevenson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not even
close. Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to have loyalty. It's like it almost mirrors when we had Chester Taylor and they draft Adrian Peterson. Like, that's a really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's how big of a gap it is between Stevenson and Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Vikings were looking at Henderson last year too. I think they were looking at Travion last year. The big question mark in that draft last year was, did they really get scared off of taking Donovan Jackson and not taking that trade that the Giants made to get Dart?
Well, from what I'm hearing is that's why Houston traded out of the pick because they wanted Jackson.
Jackson?
Yeah, they wanted Jackson. So once we took him, they traded the pick to the Giants. That's what I'm hearing.
Because, I mean, they got capital for that. I think they got another first-round pick.
Yeah, I don't know what the Giants gave them, but I think the Giants gave him at least 2 picks, I think.
Yeah, they gave him 2 picks. So
yeah.
And they didn't have to move far. So
no.
I think that's in the swirl of reality that we don't know about. But I mean, I would be looking at maybe getting again capital together for 2027 for if you're going to move off McCarthy, have bullets ready to try and get a quarterback in the next draft.
Yeah.
They can't stop doing it.
Well, yeah, the quarterback class in next year is just loaded.
It is. I mean, the kid that I like is the kid out of South Carolina. I like Lenora Sellers.
Oh, yeah. The Sellers or whatever. I think it's the Sellers.
I like Sellers a lot. But I do like Taylor Green in this draft. If you were to take Taylor Green in the 6th round, I would not be upset.
Okay.
Because I feel like you need to – I mean, and I was telling the Packers guys this before, and they actually, if you look at the history of the Packers, they always had a lot of quarterbacks in the room.
Yep.
To me, like, you can use the development time with these guys to create future draft capital too.
Sure, yeah.
You can get a quarterback that you have no tread off the tires, 5th, 6th round.
Okay.
And they start developing well, you could have a higher pick capital player that has NFL in the room experience, but doesn't have, rust.
What do you think? What do you think of Drew Aller? I
would not touch that guy with a 10-foot pole.
Why? I'm just curious.
He folded in every chance that he had in any big game. He folded like a cheap lawn chair.
I mean, he's got good size. His arm is decent.
So did Jamarcus Russell, and he folded like a cheap lawn chair too. Yeah. So I would stay away from Drew Aller.
Okay.
I mean, there's not really a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. Taylor Green to me.
No, there's not.
I mean, Mendoza's the guy.
Yeah,
he's the guy. And I got to give the Raiders credit, even though, God, Kirk once again gets more money. I don't know how he does it. He just keeps getting money. But I think that was a smart move getting Cousins, though, because at least he's at the end of his career, and he got his clone in Francisco Mendoza. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting towards the end of our show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and everybody for coming on. We'll be back here next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Okay.
At
I
10.
will be in Minnesota next Wednesday.
Oh, really?
I will. I'm going up for the Purple Daily Draft Party. So
You're for the what? Oh, the draft.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.